Hey, it's Gaza Montana here, the original demo disc player. I hope everyone's doing alright and everything. We've decided to make a security contracts guide on Specialist or Specialist Plus difficulty because you've got to complete 100 of these security contracts for the tier 4 of the contract DLC. Now, I'd already completed 200 plus of these security contracts and none of them ticked off on the 100. I know I've done a bunch of them on Specialist and Specialist Plus, but it didn't tick off, so I've got to do another 100 of these, and it's double money in RP this week, so it's time to bang them out this week, I would say. But if you're watching this in the future, guys, this is always worth doing anyway, even for just money, okay, because you get like 60 to 70k for completing these on Specialist and Specialist Plus anyway. And all of these missions take about 5 minutes bar one, but if you're doing it for the agency safe, or just for money, you'll just avoid that mission that takes longer, which is like 10 minutes. But for the Specialist Plus, we're going to be doing that mission because we're going to take what we can get. Now, guys, to skip the 5-minute cooldown, what I usually do is I'm running these in an invite-only session. So once I complete the mission, I then go into a public session. That is going to skip the cooldown. Okay, so you can run them in a public session if you wanted to, but we don't want to deal with griefers or anything like that, so we go back into the invite-only session to do it without no cooldown. Now, the same method applies to if you want to re-roll the jobs that are on the computer. Okay, so if you look at the jobs and there's no Specialist or Specialist Plus showing up, they're all just professional difficulty, then you need to go into a public session and then go back into an invite-only session, and that will re-roll the jobs, and hopefully you see a Specialist or Specialist Plus job now. Now, it is worth noting that if you wanted a different location for the same mission, you can just find a new invite-only session from an invite-only session. Okay, so the jobs will not change on the computer. They'll be the same jobs with the same difficulty, only there's a possibility it might change location, and some locations are easier than others, so in case you're struggling with a location, it's just something you may want to keep in mind. And just to clarify, if you leave an invite-only session to an invite-only session, it's not going to skip any cooldowns if there is a cooldown at that time, but it's going to give you a possible different location for the exact same job with the same difficulty. And when you leave an invite-only session to a public session, that completely skips the cooldown, changes the jobs on the screen, and may or may not give you Specialist or Specialist Plus difficulty on the computer, and if it doesn't, just do it again. Rescue Operation has, I do believe, 5 locations, although one of them I actually couldn't get to spawn, was actually the easiest one, which is the Scrapyard. Either way, you're going to get either Rattan Canyon, Scrapyard, Terminal, the Dam, or the Desert. Now, with Rattan Canyon, the Desert, Terminal, or the Dam, they're basically all the same. Just fly with the Mark II, shoot the missiles until you kill all of the NPCs that are surrounding the client. Don't go next to the client yet though. Make sure you kill all of the NPCs and then spawn the Sparrow, because if you go next to the client and he or she starts following you, you're going to get vehicles spawning coming after you. Okay, NPC vehicles coming after you. They won't come after you until you go next to the client. So spawn the Sparrow and then bring the Sparrow next to the client, pick them up, and then bring them to the drop-off point. Now, with the terminal location, the helicopter spawns on the road, so you want to put it on the other side of the wall before you go to the client. Then go to the client, then go to the helicopter, because the client won't be able to climb the wall and you have to do that anyway. Either way, the NPCs are going to show up before you get to the helicopter in that location. And with the dam, you won't be able to kill them all because some will be actually inside the dam. So kill all the ones on the outside, then land, get this Sparrow, put it in this position right here, throw a couple of proximity mines down in both directions, then go and get the client, kill the NPCs that are inside the dam around the client, and then get back to the Sparrow, and you should be able to get in the Sparrow and get out of there without having to shoot anyone, because the proximity mines will blow them up. But be wary, just in case one or two of them get through. There might be like 4 coming from the same direction in 2 waves, so you might want to be ready with an explosive sniper rifle. Now, once you get to the drop-off point, land on this roof here, jump down to this ledge, and then jump down to the ground level, and then it's mission complete. Now, if you do get the Scrapyard location, just use the Armor Kuruma. It's the easiest one, guys. So vehicle recovery is going to send you to one of 3 locations, either LSIA, Davis, or Humane Labs. At the LSIA location, you can go to the upper deck right here when you've entered the hangar, and take them out from this position here. Explosive sniper rifle, grenade launchers, assault rifles, whatever you decide to use. Well, this position right here behind the plane is actually pretty good as well with the grenade launcher. Just be wary about the guys up on the balconies. And once you've taken out all of the NPCs within the hangar, what you want to do before you grab the bike is throw some proximity mines down in a couple of locations. Here's a little idea of where they're going to spawn from. Okay, this is where they spawn from, so throw the proximity mines down in these sort of general locations, and you should have an easier time when you're trying to leave. Now jump on the bike. When you jump on the bike, they'll spawn in about 15 seconds. So hit the switch on the door. Whichever one's survived, finish them off. Now once you've left the hangar and you're trying to leave the airstrip here, guys, make sure you go through the side gate here, not through the gate where you have to stop and wait for it to open, because you can have a bunch of NPCs running up behind you and they'll kill you when you're by that gate. So always leave through the side gate, just head back to the agency after that, and you should be good to go. Now for the Davis location, you want to go behind this red shipping container as soon as you enter the vehicle warehouse. You can take them out with guns, but if you want to use explosives, make sure you know where the car is, okay? The car's either going to be a red convertible Comet or a yellow sports car. There may actually be a third vehicle that can spawn in this mission when it's at the Davis location, but I actually couldn't get it to spawn. It can actually survive a grenade or two, so that's a good thing, but try not to blow it up. Once you've took them all out, this is the general direction they're going to spawn when you're trying to leave and you're going to hit the switch. So before you hit the switch, throw some proximity mines down in those general directions, okay? Once you've sat in the vehicle or got on the bike for both those two locations, you have about a 15-second window before the second wave will spawn. Now for Humane Labs, you want to use the stone hatchet, guys. Run up to the first guy you see, the first Merryweather guard you see, and hit him with the stone hatchet, and you will be able to run through the entire lab without having to worry about dying. Okay, you're basically invincible. As long as you hit the next Merryweather NPC as quick as you possibly can, you should be able to keep this chain going all the way through, getting every single one of them. Okay, once you've killed them all with the stone hatchet, then grab the Humane Labs truck and then leave, okay? But what you want to actually do once you leave is go straight back inside. If you go straight back inside Humane Labs, the Merryweather Jeeps will not attack you at all. I accidentally drove the vehicle way too far out and couldn't get it back in, and there was only one more wave left, so I just decided to just take them out from here. Just make sure you drive the truck back inside Humane Labs, and all of these Merryweather Jeeps will show up and they will not attack you, okay? I did actually put that in my maximizing the daily income from the agency safe guide, which is linked down in the description. But once you've taken out all of the Merryweather outside Humane Labs, all you got to do is drive back to the agency without being attacked at all, because there's no more NPCs to chase after you. So with the stone hatchet and that method there, very easy mission even on Specialist Plus. Liquidize Assets. Now Liquidize Assets, you have to follow either a helicopter, a Merryweather Jeep, or a Lost MC biker, and to speed up the process, either get close to them or shoot a missile. Make sure you're in a flying vehicle, okay? And what that will do is spook the driver so they drive or fly faster. Now they're going to get to the location eventually, but sometimes they do bug out a little bit. They crash and stuff. It can be quite funny and frustrating. It's either going to be a counterfeit cash factory going down in a CEO office, or it's going to be a special vehicle work import-export garage going down in the Merryweather. And with the Lost MC, it's going to be a moonshine operation going down. Destroy all the assets with the shotgun and then set a charge in the building finally to then destroy anything else that's left of the operation. I don't know why you can't just do that and not actually have to shoot everything up with a shotgun, but either way, once you escape, to lose the cops, if you've got the Mark II, you want to fly straight to your Terabyte, spawn your Terabyte, go straight into the back of your Terabyte, you lose the cops instantly. Asset protection. Now, asset protection is a mission that I would have told you to avoid because it takes the longest and pays out actually the least, because you can actually lose some of the stuff that you're trying to protect. But because we have to get 100 contracts for the career progress, I guess we'll take what we can get, right? Now, you can use a bunch of different artillery with this mission, like the Kanjali if you so like, but I like to go with the anti-air trailer and spawn it before I get to the area, because if you spawn it when you're actually at the area, it's going to spawn like a mile away. So spawn it just a bit before you get there, and then you can go in there with the anti-air trailer. You can also use the weaponized tamper as well. That's a good shout. You can put up some mines before you even get there, in the directions that you know they're going to be coming from. What you can actually also do is literally just stand there with the railgun. Take out any of the cars or vans that are coming your way, and the bikes, you can just use the assault rifle to take those out. But for the cars and the vans, just take them out with a railgun and then spawn ammo through the interaction menu under the Shikura serve for literally $1,000 to get 20 railgun shots, or if you're GTA Plus, it's completely and utterly free. But you want to prioritize the fire symbols on the map because they're going to go straight for the crates when they arrive on the scene. So take them out instantly. They're going to be usually in cars, vans, lost stand vans. But yeah, pretty easy mission even on Specialist Plus with these stress guys. Now, gang termination is the next one. You can be sent to a bunch of different locations, and you can use whatever you want, guys, okay? Use your Mark II from the distance to take out a bunch of targets if you wanted to. Use the weaponized Tamper if you have to get up close and personal, like the train yard location. Or for the Braddock Farmley location, maybe you want to use the Conjali tank to run up in there and blow everybody up with the Conjali tank. The motel location is right next to Sandy Shores airstrip, so you can spawn any of your aerial vehicles like the Hunter, for example. That way you can send lock-on missiles from the distance or barrage missiles just to make sure you completely clear the area, or even drop bombs all over the motel. Now for the State Wilderness location, it's right next to a Pegasus spawn, so you could spawn the Savage, rip into them. Either way, guys, whatever location it is, once you've killed everybody, which you get a ton of RP, by the way, for killing the enforcers, get the hell out of there. All you got to do is leave the area, then your mission complete, and all you got to do then is quickly change session, and you're back in the agency, and then go ahead and start another one. Now, Recover Valuables is going to send you to one of two locations, either Tequila La or Vanilla Unicorn. So Vanilla Unicorn, if you go through this side entrance right here, making your way through with the stone hatchet, taking out everybody in this exact route, you should be able to take them all out with no problem at all. There's actually one guy in the back room you can just totally leave. Now, once you've taken everybody out with the stone hatchet, there's going to be a sticky note that you have to find the code for the safe. Before you touch the sticky note, you want to throw some proximity mines down. If you throw this exact proximity mines down and you've taken out the exact people that I took out, now all you got to do is grab the content from the safe and then get the hell out of there. Make sure you've put your vehicle in a very good location to leave the scene very fast, because these NPCs will take you out really quickly on this Specialist Plus difficulty. Now with Tequila La, go in the back entrance and use the stone hatchet again. Take out anybody that's on this balcony, and once you've done that, jump over the balcony down to the bar area and take everybody out on this floor besides the person behind the bar, because the person behind the bar always messes up my streak, basically, so I just leave them until last. I just take out everybody on this floor, and then I make my way down to the basement, and then once I'm down in the basement, take everybody out down there. You would have found a safe by now, because the safe is located either in the basement or it's on the balcony. Now that you know where the safe is, go up to the bar area, kill the person behind the bar, find the sticky note which is going to be on this floor, and then go and grab the content from the safe. Be ready with the assault shotgun, and look at the minimap just in case they start coming up behind you. Take everybody out, and then get your getaway vehicle. Again, get out of the scene very quickly, because the NPCs on Specialist Plus will kill you very quickly, guys. Now, we may have missed a location or two for one of the security contracts besides the scrapyard location, but guys, with these tips, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be absolutely fine with any of these missions, guys. So drop a like on the video if you found the guide helpful, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more GTA videos like this one. Stay tuned for the career progress guides and other guides coming soon for GTA Online. Have a lovely day, Godspeed, peace out.